Hi everyone, and welcome to the first video that I've done up in my music room. And yes, there will be a tour very soon. It's a fantastic little workspace to do music related stuff in, and it's working out really well, so I'm dying to show you guys. Basically today I want to show you a fantastic deal that I picked up. I picked up two Gemini XL 500 Mark IIs for 40 quid, which is amazing. So I only paid £40 for the pair. That is phenomenal. Really good price for a real nice set of decks. Now, I'm not a vinyl DJ at all. I don't scratch records or anything like that. I don't mix, I don't do any of that stuff. All I do is listen to vinyl. So I will be selling one of these decks. I know it sounds stupid, but I'll be selling one of them and keeping the other as a very high quality record player, because it's got some really nice features on it. Before I show you the decks then, just to give you a little bit of background information about me and vinyl. For those of you who don't know what vinyl is for any kind of reason, then I'll basically go through that as well. But my background with records is when I was growing up, right from when I was born all the way up until I was about 10 years old, we didn't really use CDs. We used tapes in the car and we used vinyl at home. And I had a record player, and there was a record player downstairs. I had my own records, and you know, it's just what I was used to. It was nothing special to me back then. It was just what I used to listen to my music. And now looking back, it was a real great time in my life, and I want to relive a little bit of that because I haven't had a record player in my life for about 4 years now, which is crazy. So I'm really glad to get these record players back, and it'll be permanently set up, and I'll try and get all of my old albums back and get some really great classic rock albums on vinyl. About these two turntables then, like I said, they're actual DJ decks. They're direct drive turntables, which I'll explain what that is in a bit. They're nice quality. The one that I've got up and running is fully functional, and the other one is also fully functional. It just needs a new stylus, so that's very easy to replace. For those of you who don't know, that's the little needle that actually rests on the record. That's snapped off, and it's very common for that to happen. But anyway, I'm not going to waste any more time talking. I'm going to get straight on to showing you my new turntables. So here is the deck, guys. As you can see, it's very large, it's very tall and really long, and it weighs an absolute ton. This is a dual CD player, and you can see the size comparison there. There's a speaker, there's an MDD, and you can really see the size difference. So here is the turntable. It's got the dust shield here, which is removable, like on most turntables. And here it is. Very nice looking deck with lots of features. So I'll just give you a quick tour. We'll start all the way in this back corner then. I'm not sure what you call this, but what it's for is, I believe if you're 45s, which are single records, if they've been in like a jukebox or something, they've had to have the middle cut out of them. And if you want to play them on your normal turntable, you just stick that in the middle and the records will sit there nicely. So that's pretty cool. That often gets lost on lots of turntables. Over here we have the power button, and all you do is switch it like that, and then the entire turntable powers on. As you can see, you've got the LED down there, and there. Now, surprisingly enough, this is a strobe light, I believe, and what it's for is to really fine-tune your pitch. So if I start the turntable, you can see that right by that light, the dots basically flash in a different order to sort of symbolize how fast or slow you're going. I'm not an expert on all that kind of stuff, but I do know some basics. Here is your start-stop button. This is a turntable as in a DJ deck, so it does have a very good start and stop compared to a normal record player. It does have a brake, so when you press stop, it stops straight away, but you can hear the brake mechanism through the speakers sometimes, which is not cool. But that doesn't matter to me, of course. Here you have 33 and 45. This is your speed select for different sized records. Now a full album is played at 33 and a single is played at 45. Basically 45 spins quicker than 33. So there's your select there, and you just hit the button to what you want. Here is your timing light. It's really cool. You hit that button and the light comes up out of the deck and shines across the record so that you can see so you can see where to place the stylus to start what track, and to turn that off you just push that back in like so. Then there's the logo. There's the stylus itself with the arm and all the mechanism back there. There's quite a lot of adjustments back there, but we're not going to go too in depth. Here is the pitch bend, obviously again for certain mixing elements and stuff when you're a DJ. And then here is the pitch control, and the LED conveniently lights up when you're in the center, so you can slide all the way up and down, which is really cool. Coming round then, you can see that I have the other one here. This has the broken stylus, but I mean that doesn't matter too much, just to replace the stylus, and then this one will be fully functional. That's identical to the one over there. And I just thought while I was over here I'd show you what a vinyl record looks like for those of you who don't know. So they come in this big, this is an album by the way, they come in this big cardboard thing with this protective sleeve, and here is your record. Now I know I'm handling it like this and that, but I've picked one that I don't really mind. Now you can see lots and lots of little lines in there. It's hard to see on the camera, but basically each big chunk of lines is your track, and where you see a gap, that's a gap between your tracks. So that's where you place the stylus to start a new track. It's double-sided, unlike a CD. This is double-sided, so you've got side A and side B, or side 1 and side 2. Side A or side 1 always tends to be the better one, especially when it comes to singles, but sometimes with the single you get a double A side, which is a bonus. But yeah, this is your average record, and it's very simple. So I thought we'd pop on a little bit of Jerry Rafferty, and he did Baker Street, which is a very good song. I've shown Baker Street in one of my videos before, but there's the Jerry Rafferty album, Greatest Hits, I believe. No, it's not, it's right down the line, but yeah, there it is. And I'll pop the camera on the tripod now, and I'll show you all the steps to getting your record playing. It's pretty sweet. One quick note guys before I set the record up and everything. Like I said, I have no phono input on my amp, which is that amp down there that drives these two 150 watt speakers. I have no phono input, it's just a standard line in, so I need to get a phono preamp to work properly with my mixer. So right now we're going into your standard stereo channel, and we're knocked all the way up, and I knock all the way up on here, and the bass is all the way up, because if I don't put the bass all the way up then it doesn't sound very good at all. But once I get that little £12 box, which is a phono preamp, then I'm absolutely sorted. So yeah, let's get this record on and I'll show you what it can do. So I hope guys that I'm getting everything in shot. Here is our album that we're going to stick on. So basically we just get the record out like so. And like a CD, we do have a track list on the back, so it shows you all the tracks and stuff like that. And it also says on the record so that you don't go wrong. So this is side 1, or side A, whatever you want to say. That rhymed. Just place it on the turntable like so. Then we can unlock the arm and bring her up. So that raised the arm slightly so I can move it freely across the record. Now if I wanted to place this in between the two tracks, to say if I wanted to go to track 3, I'd move it over like so to track 3 and drop that down onto the record. But because Baker Street is the song we want and that's number 1, we only have to do it to number 1. So we're going to hit play, and all that happens is the record starts turning. We've got our pitch in the centre, and we're set onto speed 33, which is where we want to be. It rhymed again, I did it again. Just rhyming all the time. So yeah, bring your needle over to where it looks good. Sorry if my head is blocking the view, but I don't want to slip the needle off the side. Turn the volume up a little bit and pop it down like so. Perfect. As you can hear, it's playing. Move the pitch up a little bit so it's similar to the remastered version. Okay guys, so you get the idea. So all you do to knock it off is you lift up the arm and you can hit stop. Then we can put this back into its position. Now, what we can do is just take off this record, because we don't want this one anymore. That's a very good song, by the way. And I'm going to find a record with a song that I like on it very much. Now, back in the day when I used to buy vinyl a lot, the cheaper option was to get a compilation album rather than an album by an artist. So, on side one, there's a very good Kiss song. I don't know if any of you are familiar with the band Kiss, but they're a brilliant, brilliant band. So this is side one, and we can knock it on like so. Okay guys, so this is an example of queuing up a different track on a record, not starting right from the start. So we're queued up to track 2 here, hopefully, and let's see if we get track 2. There you go, bang on. By the way guys, something that I forgot to mention is that you do have a mat here that goes on this turntable to make some sort of a muffling between the record and the turntable, so you don't hear the motor through the sound and stuff. But I unfortunately don't have those mats, but they're not essential anyway, and they're pretty cheap to buy. So I thought to myself a minute ago, if you don't recognise the songs, then you can't get a real feel what vinyl is like. So something that all people know, that everyone knows, the most common song that I've got on vinyl is a Bon Jovi song. I think it's called You Gave Love a Bad Name. Yeah, You Gave Love a Bad Name. It's not, I'm not the biggest fan of Bon Jovi, but a lot of people have heard Bon Jovi, so you can really hear how this sounds on vinyl. And also something else I'd like to mention is I talked about these 2 buttons when I was taking you through a tour of the record player. Like I said, singles play at the speed of 45, so if you do that on an album, this is what kind of sound that you get. Now I remember doing that a lot when I was a kid, just to have a bit of fun with some songs. But anyway guys, I'm running out of battery on my camera. I'd love to show you more, but I don't have many more to show you. And I don't really want to show you too much before I get a proper phono preamp. So I will be definitely doing more vinyl videos. I love vinyl to bits. I'm all for vinyl. I don't care if CDs die very much, you know, CDs have had their time, but right now I'm focused on vinyl and I love it to bits. So I've picked up this turntable, I hope you all like it, and I'll see you in the next video.